We live in a world which always seems to be moving. People going about their busy lives.
And yet very rarely do we stop and stand still.
This is a series based on walking, and over the last 8 weeks I have explored the length and the breadth of my home county of Norfolk. I have hiked through a multitude of different landscapes. From spectacular wildlife to jaw-gaping panoramas, this has been a fantastic journey.
And yet I always find time to stop and look at the landscape around me.
I have scaled the North Norfolk coast, swept across the west of the county, hiked to the Suffolk border, and in this programme, join me, Daniel Evans, as I walk back up north to the capital of it all, Norwich. It's a delightful trail called the Boudicca Way. Boudicca Way and the surrounding countryside offers a great place to walk, cycle, birdwatch and explore beautiful unspoilt South Norfolk landscape. The trail is named after the legendary warrior Queen of the Iceni, whose tribes once inhabited the area, and passes through the beautiful unspoilt rural countryside of South Norfolk.
It's a trail of discovery and delight, from natural beauty, bustling villages and towns, and historical sites.
I'm starting my walk from where I left off in the last programme, in Dis, and my first location of interest isn't so many miles away. I'm here in Felverton. It was recorded in the Domesday Book as Telverton, but perhaps the most celebrated aspect is its church, constructed before 1466. St Andrew's Church is a beautiful spot to come and find peace or to have a picnic. The church may have been built in the 14th century, but it was extensively modernised in the 19th century. Along the Boudicca Way, I arrived next to Dickleborough. 6 miles north of the Suffolk border, it lies on the old Roman road to Caister St Edmund. The village name derives from an Irish monk by the name of Dicul, who briefly settled here in the late 6th century.
Throughout the 20th century, Dickleborough had 2 pubs, 2 butchers, and even a small zoo,
It was dominated for a large time by a mill, but it's recently been turned into a housing development. However, my next location doesn't say hello to many housing developments, not so many developments at all. This is Pullen Market. It has a picturesque green, it's surrounded by thatched cottages, a medieval church, and a centuries-old alehouse, a quintessential English village.
It isn't a sleepy corner for the county. Pullen Market still has a very good, vibrant community.
Every year, there are horticultural shows, performances by the Pullen players, sporting and artistic events, and a full programme of community and church activities. Pullen Market isn't just the only place where time seems to stand still. I've walked further along the Boudicca Way to the civil parish of Taysborough.
Taysborough is split into two parts. Upper Taysborough up here with its modern feel, and down here to Lower Taysborough, upkeeping its buildings from its past.
In the early years, Taysborough continued as a mainly agricultural community. Only one villager worked in Norwich. In addition to farmers and farm workers, there was a rat and mole catcher and a hurdle maker. The Boudicca Way finally winds up to Norwich, perceived to be the capital of Norfolk. But in Roman times, you'd have to travel a bit further south to find the region's most important settlement.
I'm in Case and Egmont, the region's most important settlement, when the Iceni of Roman Britain flourished here for more than 3 centuries.
Virtually nothing remains of the original town, apart from a few walls and ramparts. If you were living during the Roman period, the defences were impressive. The walls were 7 metres high, a large 25-metre wide ditch was constructed, and 4 large guarded gateways commanded the entrance to the town. Today, the site was passed to the Norfolk Archaeological Trust, and the entry is free. And of course today, there's no question where the Big Daddy is, the capital of Norfolk. Linking almost all the locations visited in this series, Norwich is worth a whole programme itself. Where do you possibly start with a city such as Norwich? Its historic market? The iconic market sprung up 900 years ago. Norwich is a city truly made for shopping. Its castle on a hill? The Normans marked their arrival with a magnificent castle, and it's still intact today. Perhaps the cobbled streets, or its many churches. It's here in Norwich where I start my last leg for this mammoth walk through Norfolk. Join me in the next and final programme where I adventure on the Wherryman's Way.